Reviewing college football week 1 here on SBR Videos, and we're talking right now with Doug Upstone from sports-watch.com, returning guest, very valued guest here. And one of the games you want to talk about, Doug, was Iowa and Northern Illinois. Now, this one is going to be at technically a neutral field. It's going to be played at Soldier Field in Chicago. And this line has moved big time since it opened. It opened at Iowa -6.5. Now it's all the way up to Iowa -10. And obviously, some big player, either Right Angle Sports or someone gave that out as a pick. Northern Illinois, of course, was a big MAC team, and they're suffering a lot of losses right now. And, this might be one of those games where it's just, their reputation was making them way overvalued here, and maybe at 10 points, they are still being overvalued. What's your take on this line?
Yeah, well, what I think is that, Iowa is actually in a state of transition themselves. And they turned over their coaching staff. Kirk Ferentz did, and so they really want to invigorate the program. Now, fortunately, they still have James Vanderburg as their quarterback, who had 25 touchdowns last year against just 7 interceptions. Now, their defensive line, frankly, is a bit unknown. A lot of new faces there, but they still have really good players like linebacker James Morris and cornerback Micah Hyde. And even though there's some uncertainty, I think they can do some different things, and they're also going to be changing their defensive concepts. For example, they will be walking up a safety in a lot of situations, in obvious running situations against Northern Illinois. I mean, that's already out of the books. Now, Northern Illinois, they lost their renowned quarterback, Chandler Harnish, who actually was a 4-year starter and did pretty much everything but play defense for the Huskies. Now, in most years, Northern Illinois has one of the best offensive lines in the MAC. But this year, that will not be the case, at least certainly not early, with 5 new starters across the board. Also, the running back situation is unclear. They haven't decided, frankly, yet if they're going to have one guy or go by committee. So that seems to be up in the air. Now, their defense certainly will be strong by MAC standards, but against a team that is big and physical like Iowa, I'm not sure that that's going to hold up, especially when the game gets into the second half. Now, as you said, Peter, the game is going to be played at Soldier Field. And even though Northern Illinois University is much closer to Chicago than Iowa City, the Iowa fans are well known for traveling, and they will have a strong throng there for Labor Day weekend. Now, the Hawkeyes have won 11 in a row of their season openers and are 7-3-1 against the number. And Northern Illinois all-time is 3-35-1 straight up against the Big Ten. While I'm a big fan of the Huskies football program, the Hawkeyes have too much size, and over 4 quarters, they will win this game by 17 points.
Wow. Great analysis, and I am completely convinced, Doug Upstone.